right, family, it's Tasha MAMABEAR Prepping. You already know what time it is, baby. Get your drink, pull up. Let's talk about it. Let's take a sip. Forgive my dirty nails. I've been doing crazy amounts of painting, all different colors, and so I'm a mess right now. So wanted to just talk you through, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that we've made a big change. We finally bought our little mini farm, and we're in the process of moving into that place, setting it up, getting it ready. And I want to talk about winter because winter is such an important part of the year that people prepare for. Really, anybody who owns a home, it's not just a homestead or a farm. But moving here, especially to a new place right before winter, has me in a little bit of a panic to ensure that we are ready to go, right? And I've talked several times on this channel about winter time and about getting ready for winter and getting your house ready for winter and just preparing. And even if you live in an apartment, there's things that you should be doing to prepare to make sure you're ready, to make sure you're ready to weather a storm, to go without power, to have food, water, meds, things ready so that you can be ready to go, and you can see, for example, look, I've got paint all in my hair, you guys. You can see, for example, if the power goes out, you can keep your family warm if the power goes out. And this applies to everybody. This is not just a homestead thing. This is an everybody thing. Preparing for a grid down, preparing for storms, preparing for winter. But when you do have a homestead or farm, or if you have a home that takes wood, so maybe you have a rental, but it takes wood heat, that type of thing, has a wood stove, there's things that you will want to do, right? You will want to ensure that you have enough wood for the entire winter, and you want to make sure that you're stockpiled up for your animals, maybe your livestock. And making sure that you have that stuff, your backup stuff that you need. Going through your pipes, making sure that if you go through a deep freeze that your pipes are not going to freeze and you're not going to have access to water. Maybe nothing happened to the water, but you don't have access to it because it froze, the pipes froze, right? So those are the little things. Some different things that we've been having to, I'm not going to say deal with yet, but that we've been looking at in regards to this new property is things like flood. It's a new place for us. So where does it flood? It's been raining a lot lately, so we've been blessed to be able to see where water collects. Is there any issues with flooding anywhere already? And anywhere that we think, hey, we might have to employ sandbags, or where do we think possibly if a really, really horrible storm comes where we would need, bags? Where does, how does the land level out as far as the grade, right, of water flow, right? All of that stuff matters. How do the ditches look? How does this look? Our property runs up against a creek, it runs up against a river behind that, and how does that affect us on a normal winter season, but also how does that affect us on a 100 years type storm, right? Like, what are the things that could happen here, and how do we prepare for them? How do we get wood? We've never stockpiled wood before because we've never been in a situation where we needed it, right? We've always been in rentals. We've always been in apartments and things like that where we haven't needed wood, but we understand the importance of wood, and so we've got to get that stockpiled, right? We've got to do it fast, right? Fall is here. We went from sunny days, and then the rain came last week and a half ago, and it's been nonstop this whole time. We've had sun today, and we had sun yesterday, right? This weekend we had a little bit of a sunny break, which is nice because I had some painting to do outside of the house. But for the most part, it's been straight rain. So it's no surprise we're like heavily into fall now. Don't expect, obviously we live in northern western Washington, so obviously there is no, hey, do we have time to do some other stuff? Yeah, you have time to do some other stuff, but the rain is here, right? We're in rain season, and so that will be here in abundance. Speaking of that, it becomes are the gutter systems set up, rain systems? We have rain barrels, different things like that, but where we want to place them here, is there gutter systems in place? Is it easily to just be able to, hook up the system we already had, or is there more to be done to be able to get that ready, right? Winter gardens, is there a possibility of that? Greenhouses, keeping certain plants alive, all of that stuff plays into you making it in just wintertime in general and getting ready. So I would urge you to take a look at stuff. You need to take a look at your stockpile. Remember, you start with food, water, meds. How are you looking with that stuff? How are you stockpiled with that stuff? And then you move forward with other stuff. You start looking at your home, take a look at lighting, take a look at, do you have your stuff for your car? Also, winter's coming, you know, we had ice on the vehicles the other day. So, you know, do you have the stuff to defrost and all of that stuff, right? Just start looking at little by little, look at your car, look at your house, and see what it is you can do to prepare. And then also, if something comes that you have no control over, do you have the things to make your life as comfortable as possible in that situation? Do you have stuff to keep you warm, extra blankets, extra gloves, you know, warm weather gear, right, to keep you warm? Should you have to go, you know, a night without heat? You know, that's hardcore, right? So think about that. Think about those pipes and different things, because it's coming. There's a lot of stuff on the agenda as far as like what people are talking about right now. And some of it's valid, right? But some of it's not, right? And so take a look at your home. Know that winter is going to be here quick. Now, I know a lot of you have already been getting ready for winter, and so you're ready to go already, even though it's fall. And so you're just settling in, right? You're getting your coffee, getting your little creamer, you know, pumpkin spice, you know, flavoring, right? And you're just sitting back kind of chilling, right? Doing the fun stuff, right? There's stuff to do too, as far as like, if you haven't done your fire cider and getting that homemade, holistic fire cider going, do that, right? If you haven't gotten your homemade cough syrup, cough sprays, different things, you know, you know, COVID is here, flu is here, all the normal stuff, the nasty stuff, flu-like stuff that's out there, is coming, right? So stockpile on your soups and your cold medicines and your feel-good stuff, your heated blankets, all the things that make you feel good when you're down and out and you're not feeling well, right? Make sure that you have that stuff, your breathing machine stuff, right? For different breathing treatments. Think about the things that make you feel good when you're not feeling good, or if the weather is crazy, a storm is hitting, what makes you ready? You know, propane, if you have propane at your house, is that tank full? You know, do you have all the things ready to go through, you know, a storm, right? Stockpile it up. It's super important. And do not forget your livestock. Think about your livestock. I mean, you should be thinking about this anyway because of supply chain issues, stockpiling, but just it's that much more important when winter's about to hit, right? Because you could be in a situation where you can't just drive to a store, whether something's happened where the stores aren't open or they were overrun or panic buying started. But even take away all of that. Maybe it's just you can't get to the store because there was a storm. There's trees down. There was snow. There was ice. There was whatever, right? And it's impassable, right? So do what you can do. And I will see you guys on the next video. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask that you subscribe to the channel and bless your girl, support your girl. And we'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye.